Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning students. Welcome back to English class with me, Miss Mentari Fiona. Today, we are going to study about descriptive text. In this material, we are going to learn about definition of descriptive text, social function of descriptive text, generic structures of descriptive text, and language features of descriptive text. Before I begin the explanation, please look at the following pictures. So, what do you think about the picture? Great! It is a butterfly. It has two wings, and it also has blue and black color, and it can fly. What about the second picture? What do you think about the picture? Good job! It is a sunflower. It has yellow color. It also has oval shape, and it produces seeds. And what do you think about the last picture? Well done! He is a man. He wears blue tie. And he wears glasses. He also brings brown briefcase. Nah, kalimat-kalimat dari jawaban sebelumnya merupakan contoh kalimat deskriptif. So, what is descriptive text? Descriptive text is a text that contains the description of an object, which is an animal, place, people, thing, or etc. Jadi, descriptive text adalah bentuk teks yang berisi gambaran tentang suatu objek. Communicative purpose of descriptive text is to describe particular participant. Tujuan dari descriptive text adalah mendeskripsikan atau menggambarkan suatu objek secara khusus. There are two generic structures of descriptive text. First is identification. It contains about the introduction of a person, place, animal, or object will be described. Yang pertama adalah identifikasi, yaitu berisi pendahuluan dan gambaran umum tentang suatu topik. Identifikasi berfungsi sebagai pengenalan dari apa yang sedang dijelaskan, agar para pembaca atau pendengar tidak salah mengerti. Second is description. It contains a description of something, such as animal, things, place, or person by describing its features, forms, colors, or anything related to what the writer described. Yang kedua, yaitu deskripsi, berisi ciri-ciri khusus atau sifat-sifat yang terdapat dalam benda, orang, atau binatang yang sedang dijelaskan. There are some language features of descriptive text. First, it uses specific participant. It has a certain object which is not common and unique, or we can say it is an only one. For example, Bandengan Beach, my house, Borobudur Temple, Uncle Jim, and so on. Second, it uses the adjective. An adjective is to clarify the noun. For example, a beautiful beach, a handsome man, the famous place in Jepara, and etc. Third, it uses simple present tense. The sentence pattern used is simple present because it tells the fact of the object described. Fourth, action verb. It is verbs that show an activity. For example, run, sleep, walk, cut, and etc. Now, please look at the following example of descriptive text about Mount Bromo. In this text, it has social function is to describe Mount Bromo. Jadi di dalam teks ini mempunyai fungsi sosial, yaitu untuk mendeskripsikan tentang Gunung Bromo. Now, let's analyze the generic structure of Mount Bromo text. Sekarang, mari kita analisa struktur dari teks Gunung Bromo. Di dalam teks ini terdapat dua paragraf. For the first paragraph, we call it an identification. Untuk paragraf yang pertama, kita sebut sebagai identifikasi. Karena pada paragraf ini terdapat introduction of the Mount Bromo. For the second paragraph, we call it description. Untuk paragraf yang kedua, kita sebut sebagai deskripsi. Dalam paragraf ini terdapat beberapa karakteristik dan deskripsi tentang Gunung Bromo tersebut. Now, let's pay attention to the blue sentences. Sekarang, coba kalian perhatikan kalimat-kalimat yang diberi warna biru. Kalimat-kalimat tersebut merupakan bagian dari language features of Mount Bromo text. Agar lebih jelas, kalian bisa melihat hasil analisa dari social function, generic structure, dan language features pada Mount Bromo text dalam gambar berikut. Okay students, I think it's enough for the material today. Thank you very much for your attention.